Hi guys, how you doing? Back once again with another video, and today we're going to be doing the Neca DC Batman Returns Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer cloth action figure from obviously Neca. It's Catwoman from the pretty awesome Batman Returns, and got it on eBay for £46. It took me a while to get this because I'm over in the UK, and we get these figures later than you guys over in the States in America. But I got this sooner than I thought I was going to get this. I thought I wasn't going to get this till about October, November, even December. But it just come up on eBay. Some of the sellers are pretty good now. They're getting these figures earlier than usual. And yeah, so I got this earlier than expected. Pretty good. See on there, logo on the front. Pretty cool. Says Catwoman there. Then we've got Batman Returns on the back, DC again. Then a brief description, obviously, the character and what happens in the film. Then a couple of images there with the different head sculpts that you get and different looks. Pretty cool. And we've got Neca there. And it includes interchangeable heads. Well, it's one of a head sculpt and hands. I think there's only one head. I think there's only one hand. There's only one hand. I thought there was another one, but. And then you get a taser and bullwhip, a signature weapon, the whip. And then if we open it up, there's an image Catwoman on the side, and also you get the backdraft, or what you want to call it, of where it says Hell here, when she obviously turns into Catwoman, she falls out the window and then turns into Catwoman. And obviously, she goes crazy, doesn't she? She ends up just trashing the place, completely smashing up everything, just going absolutely crazy. And then obviously, just wrecks the place, and then just straight on to making her, which I thought was quite a weird thing. Just goes straight into making her costume straight away, which I thought was a bit odd because you wouldn't just suddenly, you'd. Clarence is only, she's becoming cat-like after what happened, but then she just goes straight on to making her suit, which I thought was a bit odd. You might do that gradually, but yeah, she just goes straight on to making the suit straight away, which I thought was a bit rushed. But anyway, so we've got that where you can see that scene where it says it there, and then obviously all the cats there. So it's pretty cool. You can place her in that, so you can sort of recreate that scene and have it sort of displayed like that for when you're making videos, or obviously have it displayed in the collection. But that's pretty cool anyway, having that. Really good. So now let's go on to the figure. Obviously it's a clothed figure, not like the usual plastic version, but this is the clothed figure. I don't know if Neca's made it. Has Neca made a Catwoman before? I don't know. But this is the first time. It's actually my first ever Catwoman figure. I don't think I ever had one when I was younger. I might have had a mini figure, but I never had a full figure. And I haven't had a more recent figure. Now, this is the first Catwoman. I was definitely going to get this when I first saw it. I thought, this is going to be my first Catwoman. I get it. It looked pretty cool. I thought, yeah, so I'm going to get a Catwoman figure, and it's pretty good. Clothed version, but it's part cloth, part plastic, so it's not fully cloth, like I said in the Batman one. So it's part cloth and part plastic, so not all clothed like it's Neca when they made cloth figures before. It's all been cloth, like if it's a shirt or trousers, it's all been cloth. But this is part cloth. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because they thought that some parts would be better plastic and it just wouldn't work with cloth. I don't know the reason for that. But anyway, the head sculpt on this is pretty nice. Pretty nice detail and painted. Do you like that there? Very, very good. Side view. And the back there. The top, pretty nice. Head sculpt, nicely painted. We'll go on to the body, and now we'll go on to the head. which is basically, as I said, it's basically like material. There should have been cloth. Well, not cloth, but like leather sort of PVC material. So it seemed like she actually had the mask on, and you could sort of should have been able to. If this was material, you should have been able to peel that off and actually reveal a face rather than it actually being plastic. Because it just sort of takes it away from it actually being a cloth figure when it's only just part of it, and some of it. If this was cloth, this should have been. Is that not the case? It should have been PVC material, so you could sort of actually, that would have been really, really cool. I think Neca missed the trick there, but I don't know why they just decided to do it. Anyway, very questionable Neca, strange choice of, doing this, but, that's what they went with. But anyway, yeah, so the body, the suit, the arms included is part cloth material and part plastic. This section here is cloth, and you can actually feel that it is cloth, which is quite cool. So that is cloth material. This part of the outfit is plastic. On that, yeah, again, so then you can feel the arms, that's material there, and if you squeeze it, you can feel the material, which is pretty good. The gloves are plastic, which again, oddly should be material because gloves are a material, you know, type of thing. They're not plastic. So, again, I think Neca missed the trick. Should have done on plastic. The claws are those sort of nail things that, she uses to put on the ends of her fingers in the film, which is pretty good. But yeah, again, I think Neca missed the trick. I think they should be leather. I don't actually, trying to feel. I don't know. No, I think they are plastic, which again, said Neca was the trick. Should have done a material because gloves are material, but done in plastic. Same again on that side where the arm is material. Looking at the back, that's part material. There's actually Velcro there. So it's supposedly, I don't know if you can actually. I don't think you can take that off because that seems to be fastened together. But I don't know why they did that. Put uh, Velcro on there to give it the effect that the suit was actually on, but I don't think that's actually in her real suit in the movie. I think it's just all one suit, isn't it? Like leather material, whatever it is. But for some reason, they did that Velcro, which I just don't know. I don't know if you can take that off. I don't know, but it wouldn't really make sense because then she'd still have a mask on, and then she'd still have gloves on, but I don't know what Neca seemed to. I don't know what the idea of that was, but anyway, yeah. So that is material. That's plastic. Going to the legs. This is material again. This part, so you can actually feel that that's material. To show the detail, that's all the stitching. Obviously, when she stitches the outfit together. Then the more stitching around the back. The boots are plastic. Again, I don't know if there should have been some sort of material because obviously boots ain't plastic. Maybe should have been leather. I don't know. It's very odd choices of what they did with this. I don't know what the deal is. As I said, whether it's the only thing I can think of is whether they thought it just wouldn't work. It being all material, it would be too loose. And they just thought, I'm trying to think if maybe they did the sort of main suit material and then the other section's plastic to sort of keep it tight. I don't really know the answer. It's just